Okay, so good evening, everyone. So today we're going to start the workshop on the web development. This session will continue for the 5 days. From today, we will start from the basic of the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, and after completing of the all topic, we will move to the project side. Okay. So we basically from the Lipure technology, we have the different businesses. We can go to the slides. Just 1 second. Yeah. So what we are doing, we are in the field of the manufacturing and consultant. We are providing the training facility on the real-time application in the software domain. And our placement rate is 98%. So what is today agenda? So we have to cover the complete HTML because this is day one. So we will completely go with the HTML. So what is the agenda of complete workshop? So we will go on the basic of the web development, web fundamental. Actually, I want to put one point here, like we are covering within 5 days. So this type of courses it taking approx more than 6 months. It's not possible to cover complete web development course within 1 day or 2 days. It's never possible. If anybody challenge you, then it's 100% false. No one can cover that. But yeah, we will try to give you as much more and more so that at least if you have zero knowledge, so from the zero at least you can upskill yourself and you can be approx 2% or 3%, means as much you can grab. So what we will follow in this complete workshop, 5 days workshop, so that will be basic of the web fundamentals. Next, developing front-end content, how we will develop the front-end content. Next, with the help of HTML, CSS, we can design the UI. With the help of JavaScript, we will add some additional feature on that UI. And with the help of Angular, we will see why Angular is too much popular in the real world market. And you can see that like React, different frameworks are there. So you can see in the Naukri, LinkedIn, Indeed, these all job portals, how much requirement is there. Even you will see that how much Facebooks are hiring, Twitter, Instagrams, this high level MNC companies, means a high level if you going in the product based company or any type of. So they are in the demand too much, like Angular, React, Vue. These three framework are too much demanding in the market nowadays. If you will look across the job opportunity, then you will get more and more job opportunity on this all platform. So after that, we will discuss on the project side after completing of this. And after that, we will go on the question and answer query. Here you will get the downloaded link. Next, GitHub URL. So whatever code we will practice within these 5 days, you will get on this URL. I will share you this link in the chat. You can clone the repository and you will get from that day one whatever code we going to push. So it will be helpful for you while practicing the code. And after the session, you will got the recording session also on our YouTube channel. From there, you can get the help if you had missed the session. So now we will look over the internal flow of the application, how actually in the real world application is working. So you can see here something is going on. Means one side you can see client is written. So here in one side client application is there. Client application in the sense we are working on the laptop, mobile, we are opening some application. And when we opening the application, what is happening? We are entering our detail like registration. We are opening the registration page and then we are entering the detail like email ID, password, account number or something as per the requirement in the form. So when you will fill those detail, what will happen? On the top, you can see that there is a request. So in the request section, it will take all the data from the client side application and move to the server. You can see on the right side, there is server. There is server, that's a green color. So whatever data you are filling in the client application, it will move to the server with the help of the some connectivity, maybe LAN connectivity or something, Wi-Fi or something. But the data from the client application, it will go into the server. And when it going into the server have no any space to store those data. So it will move to the database. Below you can see that database is going on the bottom. So, and after that, but how you will got satisfied your data got entered into the database or not. So after that, below of the request, you getting the response. So in the response, you can see the animation is going on, like data is going from the request side and data is coming back into the response. It means once the database got filled, means your data got inserted into the database. After that, you will got the response. So response will come to the client side. Means now we had entered the contact detail like in the registration form. So after that, we will got some response. Excuse me. So after that, we will got the response on the our client application itself. Like your data got inserted successfully, or even you have the error message or something like that. So after that, you will proceed to the next step. So this is the internal flow of the application. Next, come to the real side. Here you can see that registration page is there. When we will enter suppose name, email, password. When you click on the register button. So after clicking on the register button, what will happen? With the help of request, your name, email, password, these all detail will move to the server side. And once it will reach to the server, it will go into the database. All the data will be got inserted into the database. And once the data got inserted into database, it will give you a response. And that response will come back, it will give the pop-up or message. Means different ways are there to show the output of the user. So in that way, you will got the response on your registration page itself, means client side application. Up to here, hope I think you got somewhat clear picture that how internal flow of application is working. Because when we are non-technical, when we have no any idea regarding the application, we are just looking over the browser. We are opening the mobile and laptop and we are looking over the just website that we don't know how the internally it's working. So this is the internal flow of the application. Next, how internally means if we will divide complete setup, this complete flow of the application into different side, then what will happen? So you can see here client. Client is considered as the front end application. Means the job role will be front end developer. And in front end developer, what are the technologies, skills are required? So that will be HTML, CSS, JavaScript. This mostly these three things. If you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, this will help you in writing the code in the Angular. Same, these skills will help you writing the code in the Vue.js. Same will help you in writing the code into the React.js because this is the main core of the technology. So once you know this, you can able to write the multiple languages code. So the flow will be completely same. Front-end developer, they will write the code of JavaScript, HTML, CSS, server-side application, and database is going on. That is the thing. Next, here same thing means now you can suppose here you can see the front-end application. Front-end means the person who is working on the HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Combination of these three will comes with the Angular, React, Vue. Those are known as the front-end developer. But suppose anybody is working on the different technology, like you had listened in the market, .NET, Python, PHP, Java, these all languages. So now you can see here in the front-end developer, in the client-end application, HTML, CSS, JavaScript we are using. And same thing you can see in the backend developer, right side, server side is there. That is PHP, Python, Java, Ruby, different technologies we are using in the backend side. So if you are searching job in the field of front end, it means you will got the job with the skill set of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Mostly these three are required. If suppose you are looking for the job in the backend side, in that case, you have to be aware regarding the skill set of Python, Java, Ruby, PHP, database, then algorithm, that database and algorithm, DBMS, then different database. Means you have to be the logical database query. These all things you have to know. Then only you can work with the backend side. Means that job role are known as the backend developer. Suppose you are searching job for the Java side or Python. So only Java will not help you in getting the job. With the Java, you have to know the database. With that, you have to know algorithms. You can see in the market, data structure and algorithm. So these three things will help you to become a backend developer. So the combination of, if suppose you know JavaScript, HTML, CSS, this thing in the sense front-end developer role. If you have idea of these three skill set, and suppose you have idea of PHP, Python, Java, Ruby, this means any one technology, Java, Python, anything from the backend side. So the combination of front-end application and back-end application, this combinedly known as the full stack developer. So in the market, you will listen. Many of the friends or you have any colleagues or someone will tell you that he or she is working on the full stack developer. Full stack means what? They are working for the both side application. In the sense, front end application as well as the back end application. Means he going to design the UI and he itself will write the logic for the backend and database logic. Means complete full application he have to develop. So this is the flow of the full stack, means how full stack is working. So in the case of if you are going for the job opening of full stack, in the sense both tasks you have to perform, front end application as well as the back end application and the database operation. This all thing you have to perform. So many time we are confusing regarding the web developer and web designer. So actually web developer in the sense you can see here. In web developer, you can see Ruby, Angular, HTML, CSS, PHP, Python. These all are the different coding side of the technologies. Okay, but right side you can see in the web designer, Photoshop, Illustrator, UI, branding, UX, illustrators means a different print, paint, different technologies. Means these all are the different application that will help you in the web designer. Okay, so in the case of web developer, yeah, excuse me, anyone have any issue? Okay, so in the case of web developer, what we will learn? We have to learn regarding the Ruby, Angular, HTML, CSS, PHP, Java, Node. These all technologies means all whatever technology where you have to write code, coding side that will comes under the web developer. Okay, either front end, back end, anything, but that combinedly you can tell like a web developer or software. But suppose it is, please mute. Who is on unmute? Amit. Okay, so that is difference between the web developer and web designer. Actually, when you will got the job opportunity from the HR call, means when HR are calling you for the job role, so maybe they will use the word web designer or web developer. And suppose you are not clear, you have not the clear picture regarding the difference between the web developer and web designer. Maybe you will accept the opportunity. But when you entering into the industry and when you start working, that time you will realize that you had chosen the wrong job opportunity. Okay, so you have to know the clear picture what is difference between the web developer and web designer, because there are minor mistake, minor changes are there, but you will get confused and this will break your career. Yeah, if anyone have to tell anything, they can. Any question, anything? Okay. Okay, so next, in the real world, we are seeing that everyone using nowadays, if you are in the college, so you will use many websites. You will use a different website for the placement preparation. database algorithm, then coding side, you will use many type of websites. And even if you don't have anything, then also you will use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All will look for, suppose a non-technical guy, he will understand this is a website. That's correct. That is a website. But actually all websites in the real world, that is of two type. One will be a static, one will be dynamic website. What means a static? A static means that will never change. Maybe if you had studied computer, then you will understand that what is variable and what is constant. So like that itself, static in the sense fixed. It will not change. It will never change that. So like that you can see left side static web pages. It means basic page. That is a basic. Okay, means nothing extra is there, nothing advanced like a database, or if we had seen here server side application or something is going on. So nothing going to modify. Whatever we had done, that's it. So it will be static completely, no changes. It will be designed with the help of just HTML, CSS. Two technology will be used in the static website. No more animation, nothing effect. So that we can design with the help of the HTML and CSS. But suppose if you are going to do something extra in your website, like if you're going to add registration page, login page, anything, in that case you have to go with the somewhat advanced feature, that is a dynamic web page. It means you going to perform some logical application there, like saving of the data. Like suppose here if we move to the back slide, you can see here in the client application we have the registration page. One second, where is that? Yeah, so here is the registration page. Here, when you entering the registration data, it will enter into the server. Means it will go to the server side application and then it will enter into the database. So, but if you are writing just a static website in the sense HTML and CSS, then this registration page design will got created, but you can't perform any type of performance. It's not going to work anymore because you had just used HTML and CSS. So if you know only HTML and CSS, it will just design. It's not going to perform any type of operation. Now you can imagine if you have registration page, you had entered the detail, name, email, password, everything. If this not going to save in your database, what is the use case of this? Is it useful? Registration page. You're going to create one website. You have to collect some data from the user. And if you can enter the data, you are going to enter, but it is not going to save. It's become useless because it is just for designing purpose. So with the help of HTML and CSS, we can only design that one. So that is known as the static website. Dynamic, dynamic, it means we will enter some detail. We will enter those data and it will saved in the database and it going to perform some operation and the database. So the data it going to collect the data. So we can use in the future. Okay. So one it will be the static. Next will be the dynamic website. Okay, so when we going in the real application, you will see that most of them means 99% work which you going to do in the company side, that will be for the dynamic web page itself. We can tell simple example that Amazon.com. If you going to the Flipkart, those those are also like a website, but there you going to put some insertion update. Means you going to insert the data. You going to perform some activity. So that is not static. That is a dynamic. Dynamic in the sense value going to change. Value is not fixed. Okay. So now we will move to the HTML. What is HTML actually? We will get some basic idea. What is HTML? So HTML is just like, as you can see here, our body structure. It is just like a skeleton, black and white, complete picture. No more any extra. Means you can tell beauty or for the attraction purpose, nothing there. It will be complete pure black and white, like a skeleton. So here you can see in the HTML, we're going to write some content. We not have idea what is HTML. So when we will move into the next means upcoming session, we will know that what is HTML, how we writing the code. So if suppose HTML in the sense just skeleton, you're going to create the skeleton. That's it. And when we going to when we moving next CSS. CSS means you had put some style. As you can see here, it is just a skeleton, that is HTML. And after putting cloth and everything, it become the CSS. And this is the CSS. So what is the use of CSS? CSS going to make the website somewhat attractive. Okay, means as per the user requirement, because you going to create the website. You going to create the website, and that website you creating not for your side. You creating for the user purpose. You going to perform some task. You going to perform some business activity. So that purpose means user have to like that, not yourself. That means it should be somewhat attractive. So CSS will help you in that attractive side. Next, JavaScript. Suppose you had designed the HTML CSS. If it is not going to perform some operation, if it's not going to work something, what is the use case of that? It's useless. You will got this PPT. Don't worry, no need to take this screenshot. I will share this PPT. You can refer. So in the case of JavaScript, what will happen? It will perform the task. Okay, it's like our brain. If suppose our brain stopped functionality, what will happen? Our body become dead. So the same thing, whether we have applied the CSS or not, it's become useless completely. So in that case, what is that? JavaScript going to help you. It will provide you the functionality. It's like brain. It going to operate your website. So same thing you can see here. There's some content in there, but whatever we discussed, that's it. So this was the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Then what is Angular? As in starting, I had told in the first slide itself that Angular is the combination of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It means if you are aware with the HTML, if you know how to write the code of HTML, if you know how to write code of CSS and JavaScript, it means you can write the code of Angular, React, Vue, any of the framework technology. Because framework is nothing, framework is going to minimize your line of code. Whatever code you're writing, suppose you're writing one code, writing you, if you're going to write some code for some functionality, suppose the code is going to be 5 line, 10 line, in that case, it will decrease the code. Means the work which is going to perform in the 10 line, it will decrease into the 4 line, 5 line. It will reduce the line. And due to reducing the line, your file size will get reduced. It will require less internet. It will require less bandwidth. Means just 3 line you had reduced, that is just for one activity. For multiple activity, it had reduced like 300, 400 line of code. Means it had saved your cost. Okay. So we have to, when we designing the website or when we designing any type of application, that time we have to think completely user point of view, that how we have to save the cost of the user. So that is the thing. So this in the case of the Angular. So be providing the complete training process also. So what is our training process? In that training process, you will get, that will be completely online process. Here, live class with live coding. There will be no any pre-written code. Complete code we have to write on the session itself. Next, training facility with 95% guarantee. You will get placement as well after the training. Next, coding support before and after placement. If you're getting stuck in the code side, whether before the placement and after placement, when you are in the job, that time also we will support you in the coding side. Next, for the per day activity, we going with the group discussion and technical discussion for your improvement of the skill set. Next, mock test and interview preparation. Means be preparing the interview not on the mock side, means say this just for namesake, be going directly with the live. Means we are preparing the interview directly on the real call. Means you will get the interview call, and on that call itself we are preparing for our interview, so that you can realize yourself that on which step you are standing. Next, each session it will be recorded and you will got the recording session as well, and the material also you will got in the PDF form. The complete process will be on the online itself. So no need of go anywhere. So here is the contact detail, everything you will got in the slide. So if you have any doubt, anything still whatever we discussed, you can open your mic and mute yourself and you can raise the question. After that, we will move to the HTML because we have only 5 days to cover this all. If you have any question, you can. Any question, anyone? Yeah, you had raised hand. Tell me. Who is that? No question. Okay, fine. So let's start HTML. See, I will tell one thing clear. I have not idea how to
Hello,
cover
sir. Can you discuss one more Node.js?
Node.js. Okay. Node.js actually that also coming under the backend itself. I will go with the backend slide. Yeah. Yeah. So actually Node.js, Java, Python, these all technology, those all are comes under the backend side. And in the real market nowadays, if you will search on the Google, so as much you had listened that Java is more popular. That's correct. Java is evergreen because it's coming from the long range. And Python is also the same type. It's not that there is a difference, no difference. So Java, Python, even if you going with another technology, C Sharp, that is from the Microsoft. So those all are the most popular. Even if you searching for the job role of C, many of the you will tell that C job opening is not there. Opening is there. No any language will got dead. Reason is that something because suppose if that language came into the market, sure some of the application got developed with that language. Suppose C is there. Just take the example of C language. When the C came in the market, person start building the application on the C language. Correct. And they spended a lot of amount on spending that building that application. So just imagine for developing any type of application, if you going in the industry corporate world, it will take around 2 years, 1 year. It will depend on the size of the application. If that is a very big application, it will sure take like 2 year, 3 year. Many of application taking like 3 year also, 5 year also like that. It's not that within 6 months it will complete. Never possible 6 months. 6 months is impossible. So if just imagine if they had spended on employee, on the room rent, on the office rent, everything per month they are spending. And for 1 year they had to spend the amount. Just imagine minimum amount, 10 lakhs. One company had spent 10 lakh over just a C-based application. How you can imagine that next year itself they will stop that application because they spent for 1 year 10 lakhs. That 10 lakhs it become based. They are doing business. It can't stop. It means if that application got designed, if that application came in the market, means sure job role will be required for the maintaining of that application. So same type Java, Python, Node.js, these all comes under the same category, means that is backend. And one thing, if suppose you have the knowledge of JavaScript, one JavaScript technology itself is more and more powerful means in the all application. Because if you know JavaScript, you can work on the job role of HT front-end side. You can work on the job role of Angular. You can work on the job role of React.js. Next, Vue.js. Next, in Node.js, actually, we are using the JavaScript itself. So if you have the basic, clear, crystal knowledge on the JavaScript, you can work on the Node.js as well. So you will not face any type of issue. And Node.js is a backend language. That's a server side. These all will help you in the server side language. Clear? Got the idea? Any more question?
Sir,
Yeah. Yeah, tell. Can't listen. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell. What is the question? Any question is there?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So let's start with the HTML. Let me open. Make one folder. I had not cloned the repository actually. Later I will do that. Okay. You will get the all code on your GitHub repository. So if you had created the account on the GitHub, then you can clone that. If you not, then also I think you can clone because that will be the public repository. So on public repository, it is possible to clone. But you can't push the code because that is public. You have not the access that. That's why. Okay. How many of you know the HTML? Anyone who don't know? If you know, then it will be better for understanding side. That's why. So let's see. Go to the class slide, then we will see. Okay. So in HTML, how we will write the code? We will not go much basic because we have limited time. And second thing, I have not idea how we can cover HTML in one day, but I will try to get more and more important topic that I can do. Okay, so how we will create first code of HTML? Let's see. So how first we will generate the HTML file? So we have to take the extension .html. So what we will do? We will make one new file. Go to new file, and after that give any file name one, and after that you have to pass the extension .html. This way you can create HTML file. And after that, we have to generate the sample code of HTML. How we can generate? You can write HTML, and if you have extension installed, then you will got the sample code automatic. Otherwise, you have to install. So how we can install the sample that extension? When you will go to VS Code, you can search here HTML. Okay, please mute. You can install here HTML. You will get multiple extensions. Okay, you can install any one with HTML extension, and you will get that support here. So with the help of that extension, it will generate the sample code. Second option, you can pass exclamation mark and press tab button. It will also generate the same thing. It will also help. So this way we can create our HTML sample file, and after that we can write the code. So just go to the slide next. So how to generate HTML code? With the help of exclamation mark plus tab. If you will press on the tab button, you will generate that code. So next, what is HTML? So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It means whatever we are writing, when you are executing, it will execute. Who can tell? It will execute where? HTML file, it executing where? Means output of HTML, where it will print. Anyone have idea?
On the web page.
On the web page. Okay, it means it is in the browser side, correct? Next, HTML. It going to describe the structure of the web page. Web page in the sense browser side, when we opening any page, that is comes under the electronic page. Web page in the sense it is a electronic page. So when we writing anything, it going to open, it will display your output on the browser side. Okay, that is known as the web page, and on that it will describe the structure. Next, HTML consists of series of element. HTML, if you writing code, in that code you have to write multiple, means combination of multiple thing going to create the HTML file, means it going to create the web page. So that's why it's telling series of element. HTML tells the browser how to display the content. Whatever we will write, according to that code or whatever we are writing, according to that, it going to instruct the browser that you have to display this thing. Like that, it will display into the browser. So what is HTML structure? So as we had just now, we created this structure. So this itself is known as the HTML structure. Yeah, anyone have a question? Okay, so HTML structure. So on the top of HTML, you will see doc type. You can go at the head and you can see here doc type. This going to represent the version of the HTML content and it is available in the HTML5. It means if doc type is available on the top of the web page, it means it going to describe that complete page, whatever you're going to write. This is belonging to HTML5. Okay, so it is going to define this document is an HTML5 document. Next, HTML element. On the below line, you can see here HTML. So this is the root of the HTML element. Okay, that is root. Second, head. Head element contain the information about the HTML page. Where is the head section? This is the head section. Here it be going to create some information regarding the HTML page. Next, title. Title element going to specify a title for the HTML page. Means on the browser, if you will open, let me open this page. Yeah, so we had not written anything, so nothing is coming on the browser, but one thing is coming. What is that? Title. Just save this title. Anyone tell me where the title is available in my page? On my web page, where
Tab.
that is
Tab.
available? On the
Tab,
tab.
sir, tab bar.
On the
Head.
top, this is known as the tab. Okay, and on the tab, whatever title we will write, that will be going to appear in the browser side. Next, body. In body, whatever content, whatever activity, whatever data you have to print on your web page, that you have to pass inside the body section. Those all things will come under the body section. Next, H1 tag. It means it going to add some extra content. These all tags we will look in the next line. Okay, so how we will start writing the code? So in the code, when we writing HTML code, what we are writing actually? So just we will write one tag, that is H1. Hope you know what is HTML means, H1 tag on these all things somewhat. If not, then H1 is going to help you writing title, means bold letter. Suppose here we will write heading, just save, and let's look over the output. Okay, so what happened? We got the heading. So we got the heading here. Okay, so this came only with the help of the our H1 tag. So how many type of element we have? It means what is element? So element means tag when we writing anything. So tag name, content, and tag name, that is closing. Okay, because slash is there. So with the help of slash, we know that that is a closing tag. It means opening tag and closing tag and content will be inside that. So if we had written here h1, it means this is your tag name and this is also the tag name. But starting is your opening tag and last is the closing tag, and that itself known as the tag name. Next, HTML element is everything from the start tag, end tag, start tag to end tag. Next, so whatever we writing, this completely known as the HTML tag itself, and element, tag element, everything you can tell. It's not the issue because combination of this completely is known as the element. Next, empty element. So empty in the sense we not no need to write or we can't write any type of the content or any closing tag is not there. It means here you can see there is closing tag and this itself known as the closing tag. If we writing some tag br, br is one tag that going to help you in the breaking the line. It will help you in breaking line. So br tag, there is no any closing. So it is known as the empty tag. It means if suppose if it will got like this, it's not actually, but suppose be writing like this, it means this become the closing because it have opening and closing both. But actually we can't pass this one because br is the empty tag. So empty tag in the sense there is no closing. Okay, and that is known as the empty tag. So one tag that is br tag, you can see here HTML element with no content are called the empty element. BR tag defines a line break. It going to help you in the breaking of the line. How it will do? Let's see. Just write here something. Hello and world. Be written two things. Hello and world. Let's save. We got the output. Hello world. Correct. Now what I want to hello in the first line and world to be in the second line. What we can do? We can write one tag here that is br tag, and br tag going to break the line, and you can see it break into the new line. Suppose here again be writing something world, and after that again I again want to break, add br tag. Okay, so this way we can break into the new line. So in this all activity breaking of the line, br tag will help you, and br tag is belonging to the empty time. So we will see some of the tags, that is empty tag, and that is another HR tag. HR tag is horizontal line. Okay, it is using for drawing the horizontal line. Suppose here we used BR tag that going to break the line. Next we will see. Suppose we have to do one separation between this. What we can do? We can go with the BR. So what I want that between the world and again I want one horizontal line. Take HR tag and it will draw the horizontal line. So wherever this line required, like this horizontal line required, you can take this HR tag and it will help you in the drawing of the horizontal line. Horizontal line means left to right. That is known as the horizontal line. So BR tag and HR tag, these two tag be seen. Next, we will look over the formatting tag. So what is formatting element? Formatting element, it going to help you in styling your content. If you writing one paragraph, suppose we will write some dummy paragraph. Let's create new sheet. 1 second. Say due to time complexity, time issue, we not going much more deeper because we have to manage. Okay. So suppose if we going to write some paragraph, for writing paragraph, we can take p tag. P tag will help you while writing more number of content. We will write some dummy content. For writing dummy content, we can take the word lorem and how much content you want, you can write here and you can press enter. That much content you will got on your data. Let's save. Let's go to the UI. So we got some content. What I want to design this content completely. Okay, means we can go with the formatting element. So first formatting element is b tag. B tag going to make any content bold. Okay, so if we want some element to be bold, suppose that first letter I want to be bold, what we can do, we can use b tag. Right here b tag. Now you can see first letter become the bold. Don't think that this b is going to bold, then a will also do something. No, not like that. But yeah, a tag is there. Can anyone tell what is the a tag means? Anyone have any idea? Tag?
So would you repeat your question, sir?
Yeah. What is the a tag? We have b tag for bold purpose. What is the use of a tag?
I
It's
think
an
for
anchor tag.
connecting
It's an anchor tag. Okay.
To
We will look over that. What
link
is it?
link
Yeah, correct.
generate, sir.
Yeah, that's for the generating, creating the link. Okay. Next, a strong tag. As we got output with the help of B, same output we will got with the help of the strong also. So here, if we writing same word, whatever be written on the top, 1 second. Same letter we going to write here, that will help you in generating the same output. There is no changes, but yeah, in output side, there will be no changes, but on the code level, you can see that some changes is there. It's going to point some strong. It means it's going to put more efforts over this word comparing to B. Okay, so that purpose we are using strong and B, but the effect size both are same. As you can see here, important in the sense that is important text. Next, if you have to write something italic, means in the form of italic, then what we can do? We can go with the italic tag. We will write here itself I italic tag. So now you can see on the bottom here it came in the form of the italic letter. But I want to make separation between that. We can use the br tag, and br tag. What is the use of br tag? It's going to break the line. Okay. HTML is same as the name, whatever tag we are writing. It's equivalent to the naming, means naming convention is equivalent to the work side also. So I tag going to italic and em tag will also help you in the same type. Means alternative of I is also like a em tag, that is emphasize tag. So you can see that there is no any changes. Yes, I maybe a spelling mistake will be there, then just ignore. Don't tell that I have not much more English language, not English knowledge. Okay, so it become the italic and it become the emphasized. Okay, so em tag will help you in getting the same output as italic and yeah, as in the italic. Same type bold in the B tag and a strong tag. Both will help you in the getting the same output. There is no any changes in the real time application. You can use anyone. That's not the issue. No one going to break the code. Next, mark. Suppose you have to highlight this word that this is something important. What we can do? We can use the mark. It means this letter I want to highlight. What you can do? You can pass tag inside the tag also. That is known as the nested. Right? Multiple means now italic and mark both going to work together. Output is proper, everything working fine. Next is small. Suppose that our this text is big somewhat and I not want that much bigger size. What we can do? I writing tag inside the tag. You if you want you can write separate also. It's not the issue. We can pass here a small tag. Okay, a small tag going to make that text size smaller. You can see. Okay, so this way we can decrease the size of the text, but in real time of scenario we never using this small tag for decreasing purpose. We always using the alternate of the CSS. Next, suppose if you will go on the real time of website, suppose any Amazon or Flipkart, any website, some offer is going on. but after some time you will see offer gone finish. There will be some price that will be deprecated, strike out, that we can do with the help of the delete button. Okay, suppose discount got over. You can strike out. So del, it will help you in the deleting of that text. Deleting means not completely delete from there. It will strike out. Means your text will be there, but it will give you a strikeout sign. Next, suppose this offer discount got over, but suppose new discount is coming on. Okay, or something like that. What you can do in the place of discount, you want to insert new something, new text. You can use the word means tag, that is ins, that is for the insertion purpose. So new offer, save this. So this type it will show the output. This will be the new offer and this will be the discounted. Means here you going to strike out, here you going to insert the new data. Next, if you going in the mathematical side, if you going to work on some a school type of website or some school type of application, or mostly in the case of the mathematics. So suppose we have to write a plus b whole square. What we can do? I don't know math. I will try to write something good. A plus b whole square. Very true. Yeah. What is the formula of this? A square plus b square plus 2ab. Let's save. What is the output? A plus b whole square. Now just tell me this b square. Is this looking b square? This is look like b2.
No, sir.
Correct.
Like B2.
This look like, yeah, correct. This look like b2. It's not looking like b square. Suppose that many time you will see when you going for the exam, what will happen in the mathematics, mostly in the case of the math, you will get this type of problem. B square is there and b2 is there. And due to that, you means you had written wrong answers. That will be the problem. So what we have to do, we not have to do that mistake. We have to write this proper. 1 second. So what we will do, there is one tag that is for writing on the top and one tag is for writing on the bottom. In the sense, b square, this should be 2 in the power, means on the top, correct? So we will use the tag that is super, sup, and here we will write 2. It means as we was writing previously, ins inside that tag means content inside the tag. Okay, so this is your tag and inside this all by the content. So be writing all content inside the tag. Same type, these two have to on the top. So we will write on inside that super. Okay, that we are mostly we are reading as a superscript and subscript like that. Let me decrease the zoom. Yeah, now you can see somewhat. Now it will, now it's coming this one. Where is that? 1 second. Sorry, let me add BR, then you will get. Now see the differences. Add one HR also. Suppose you want more gapping, means upper one and lower. What we can do? We added one BR. It given one space. Add one more BR. It will give you more space. Okay. If you want horizontal line, write that also. These all are free. You can utilize that much. No issue. Here BR. Okay. So this type we can increase the gapping between the text. Mostly we are using CSS, not with this BR or HR tag in the real-time application. So here now you can compare. This is your original, okay, and this is duplicate. So we had used SUP, okay. With the help of super, we had written the text which should be written like a power value, okay. That came on the top. So same thing, a square means here also we have to replace with a super tag. The content which have to be on the top, on that place we are replacing this. Now you can see on that second line, a square plus b square. Remove this also. Now this is looking proper. Now you can't do mistake while your exam. Next, help you in writing that content on the top of any particular element, means particular tag. Suppose that now be writing some coordinate geometry. Okay, and in coordinate geometry, mostly we are writing x1, y1, x2, y2. Correct. X1, y. Anyone tell what is the value of this one? X0, y0. Where will be the origin? Means where we will got this point on the graph.
On the origin. On the origin, sir.
On the center, on the origin. Correct. Okay. So now what we written? We had written x0, y0. Let's save. What we got? We got x0, y0. Is this looking x0 or y0? Or this is looking same as the first one? This itself. Correct. Both there is no differences. But what we want? We want 0 should be in the bottom. So we will write the same thing. X0, y0. Okay. So in the case of 0, what means in the case of previous, what we had written for writing on the top, we was using the word super. So for the below, we will use the tag sub, sub. Okay. And what we will write here? 0, because I have to print there 0. Let's save. Now 0 came on the bottom. And you can see that some space is there. You can see there the space 0 and x, somewhat more space is there. If you will put a space, it will come there. Now I remove the space. Now see x0 and y0. So this all, whatever we discussed, these all will help you in formatting, in a styling of your content. Okay. Next, super, sub, completed, underline. Suppose we had used underline here. You can see which tag had helped you in getting this underline. Can anyone tell? Which tag had helped? That was no
Finance.
ins tag. Correct. So we have alternate of that ins itself. That is u tag. U tag is known as the underline tag. Is there any differences between the new offer and underline? There is no difference. Both are looking same. Correct. So this type we can use that. Next, span tag. Span tag is not coming under the formatting, but we had kept in this one due to some specific reason. So see, a span tag is just like crystal water. Means if you're going to put red color, the complete water become red. If you're putting yellow color, the complete water become yellow. So like that, a span tag is nothing. It's become complete crystal. Whatever tag you will pass over this, that will work. Means if you writing here anything, it's not going to show you any effect. But suppose if you going to add this one with h1 tag, pass this. Now this span tag become this h1. Fine. So this span tag not going to help you anything, but yeah, it will help more and more. As you can see that it's useless now, but in the upcoming it will on the high priority. Okay, so span. Next, div. Div tag is also like that. Now you can't realize analyze that use case more, but div tag is just like a container. Okay, I writing the text container, but it's one second. Div is like a container. Container means what? Suppose at your home, container is there. In that container, you're going to keep the materials. If you're going to keep something, objects inside that. So container like that itself, it will work here also. So whenever you writing the code, never write any code like this way. Otherwise, no one will accept your code in the production side. In your real industry, they will throw this code outside. You have to write the code every and all time inside some proper particular parent tag. Okay, so like here be writing inside the div. But Here be passing only one div, but as much segment you have, different section you have, that much div section you have to use. Different tag we will get in the upcoming. Those will help you in writing the code proper. See, be getting the output, but this is not the accepted output. Means the UI side, nobody will reject your UI. Whatever you're doing, you will get the output. But in the code level, nobody will accept your code because you not written a single line of code proper. You know all the thing, but you don't know how to write the code. That's why nobody will accept this code anymore. Because each section you have to divide with the help of the div section. Different semantic tags are there. So with the help of semantic tag, you have to tell this section belonging to header, this section belonging to footer, this section belonging to left side, right side, different area. So that way we have to write the code. But actually in the college life, we not understanding like that level. We are just anyway be trying to focus on the output. But this is not case in the real industry. Okay, because in college we are writing just 100 line of code, that's enough. But in the real industry, the code is going to be like 3000, 4000, like that much. So maintaining, managing of code for the long duration is the main primary goal. Okay, so this much was formatting tag. Okay, so with the help of formatting tag, you can design your content. When you're writing any paragraph, if you're doing any activity, you can provide there some extra activity, extra attraction over the text. Okay. Next, we will move to the HTML link. If anyone have doubt, then you can raise on the formatting tag. We will try to solve within that limited time. Any doubt? No doubts. No one have doubt, then we can move to CSS directly. Okay, so next anchor tag, hyperlink. Actually, suppose when we opening any website, you will see that you can jump to Facebook, you can jump to Google, Twitter, anything. How we are jumping there means how we are moving from one page to another page. That we can do with the help of anchor tag. In the sense, anchor tag will help you. Just now we had asked one question. What is the use of B tag?
Bold.
For the bold purpose, correct? That time I had told there is one A tag, correct? So that is the A tag. And don't ask any C tag is there or not. Okay, so this B tag going for the bold purpose and A tag is going for the anchor side. Anchor means mostly we are commonly telling as the hyperlink. So with the help of A tag, we can move from one page to another page. Okay, so how we writing the code? So A tag, inside A, we have to pass href. What is this href? Href is known as the attribute. Okay, and what is attribute? Attribute in the sense whatever tag you had written, if extra than tag, if you passing any additional thing extra than tag, what is tag here? So A is the tag, and if either A, whatever external you passing, those known as the attribute, and attribute will provide you the additional information regarding that particular tag. So here href is going to, href is attribute, it going to hold the address or location of the page where we have to navigate. Okay, means in the anchor tag here, suppose we want to move to Google. Let's save. Let's look over the UI. Page number 3. Okay, so we got the text Google. Let's click this Google. What happened? Nothing. It means it not moving anyway. What we will do? We will take the URL of Google. Now in the href, pass this address. Let's save. what happened? We moved to Google. From where we moved? We moved from our website, means from our page. And this way anchor tag will help you. So what anchor tag is doing? It helping in moving from one page to another page. Another page in the sense Google. But now the problem is there on our page itself. This page is loading. It means when we clicking on Google, this page is going to load on the same page. That is the demerit of my page. Okay. So what I not want to disturb the user that each time it will come back, means it will have to click on the backward button. No, I not have to do like that. So what I will do, I will click on the, means I will open the Google link in the next tab. What is next? What is tab? Tab means the plus icon is there. You will click, this become the new tab. That is known as the tab. So right click and open link in the new tab. But will you like to do this much? Never. You can do because this is your property. You will do, but user will never do. They not have that much idea. I had seen on website there was QR code, but many after that also they not joined the group because they not thinking in that point. Okay, so the same type user not going to right click and then he will jump. So there is one additional attribute. What is that? That is target. You can pass target here. Now where you want to open? You want to open into the new tab. New tab in the sense blank. Just 1 second. Yeah. So new tab in the sense that is a blank. So when we passing target equal to blank, this will open into the new tab. Now let's try. Click on the Google. What happened? Our that Google page opened in the new tab and our original page is already available here. Okay, so this type our page is going to open into the new tab, and in the most of the case we have to use the target blank itself because it will help you in opening the page into the new tab. Okay, so this type anchor tag will help you in navigating from the one page to another page. Target having different value. Total it having 4 value. Target equal to blank, target equal to parent, target equal to parent, self, top. This all 4. This all will be differently help you in the same window, but blank only will help you to open in the new tab. So most of the case we will use the blank itself. So this is the hyperlink. Some content is there. Whatever we had explained, the same content going to be it's written here. Next, image tag. So suppose here you can see right side one image is there. Suppose we have to apply image on our website, and suppose that image is not available in our case. Just 1 second. Suppose I want to add image in our website. What we can do? We have to use img tag. We will take img tag, and in img tag we will pass. There is one src and there is one alt. What is this both? Anyone have idea? Just now we discussed that term. Just now we had discussed that term. What is that term?
In SRC, we will
I not
provide
discussing
address.
regarding I not discussing regarding the input of that one, means what it will work. I discussing regarding what is the name of that SRC and AL.
Resource.
Attribute.
That is
Attribute, sir.
attribute. Okay, that is the attribute. Attribute actually when you attending the interview on the HTML basis, if you attending 10 interview out of 10, 7 interviewer will ask you the question what is attribute. This much important that is. You have to tell what are the means attribute in the img tag, what is attribute in anchor tag. This type you have to explain. In means attribute is available in all the tag. Even body is there. Body also have attribute. What is the default attribute? Style. Be passing CSS here. If you know the CSS, be writing. So style is the attribute. It means whatever you passing extra than tag, that is your attribute. Okay. So in the SRC just now be passing href. href by holding your URL, address of your website or page where you have to move. But in img tag, it going to hold src going to hold the source of the image, means which image you have to display on the browser or web page. So if suppose you have local image, you can go to your directory, and if you have, you can select that image. I don't know where is that image available. Happen not came, or maybe due to this different repository. Okay, let me copy the image from the Google. Suppose I want to search one image from the Google, and how we will pass that image. Search in the Google image, SCENER, the image. You can pass any type of image, either animated, yeah, please mute. If it is plain image, normal image, or animated image, any image you can pass in that SRC. So now we have animated image. We will take this image. How to take that image? Right click on the image. You will get many type of option, but you have to select which image. One option is open image in new tab. No need this one. Save image as. If you want to save, you can do that. Copy image. If you will do copy image, means your image going to copy. Don't copy. I want the copy image address. I want the address only. Take that image address and pass inside this SRC. Control V. Now save. And now just try. We got the image. And this is your animated image. Okay, so any type of images we can pass inside this SRC. Suppose that in the alt case, what is the use of alt? So alt is going to pass you alternate of the image, means alternate of alternative. You can tell that if suppose image is going to missing, suppose I done wrong address. Now see, if suppose this image will be not available in that scenario, you will got this error. Remove this. Let's try to make mistake. See whether it's coming or not. It's not coming. 1 second. Remove this complete address itself. Now see, whatever text we had written here in the ALT, that will available when image is not there. Image is missing. Suppose we writing image missed. So whatever text you will write here, that will be that same text will be appear on your UI from the ALT. So in the real time application, this will help you a lot, because by mistake, suppose in your database that image is not available. Any image is missing in your database side itself. So in that case, it will help you in that scenario. Got it? So what we discussed still, we discussed regarding the anchor tag, how we writing that code, HTML code, how we can use image tag, how we can make a styling of our content, that is with the help of the formatting tag. Okay, so this much things we discussed in the HTML. Next, how we can create table. Suppose you going to work on the real time of scenario. Suppose you are working on the e-commerce application or even on the banking domain application. Suppose that, and you have to create one table for entering the data. Yeah, suppose you have to design one table. What we do? We will take table tag. Okay, and table tag is going to help you in creating the table. So for creating the table, in table there will be two things. One will be row, one will be column. TR, that will be your table row. Table row in the sense that will be from where? Which direction it will be? Top to bottom means horizontal or vertical. Table row. Any idea? Table row, it will be horizontal. Correct. I have not idea. Maybe I will do mistake. So table row, it will go in the horizontal direction. Next, table column. Table column, mostly we are taking TD. Is that correct? TR, horizontal or vertical? I think that is correct. If I am wrong,
Yes, sir.
then just you can make me correct. Okay. So table TD. TD is the
Correct.
vertically. Okay. Next, we can go with the TR. So how we will enter the data and what is the requirement? We have to create the table with the employee required, employee record. Okay. In employee record, we will enter name, email, mobile number, 3 data. That's it. So what we will do? We will take TR, start entering data, TD, name. Suppose that right here name. So TR it going to make that table row and TD will help you in entering the data. Now what we written? We written TD name only. Let's save and load the page. What we got? We got a name. We don't know whether now we will move top to bottom or left to right, but let's see. We want one more TD for email. Take TD and email. Let's save. Let's see where we moving. So we moved in the top to sorry, left to right direction means we moving in the horizontal. That's correct. Let's move next data. TD mobile number. So it become the mobile number. So this type what happened? We got one row left to right, one row, and from top to bottom this is going to divide into the 3 section. That is one section is name, one section email, and next section is the mobile number. Now we will enter the data. TR taken one row. Now move to the next data name. That is A. Take A. TAJ Taj. One data. It's correct. Name. Next data. Take TD again. Taj. After that email ID. TAJ. Please mute. Who is on unmute? You will disturb. Then I will write a wrong code. I had not remembered this. Google is giving direct. Taj Mahal. After that mobile number. Don't call on this mobile number. It is not in use. Okay. So what we got? We got a name. Next we have email ID. Next we have mobile number. Okay. Now same type we will enter 3 more detail. We will just copy paste. Go next. MAHAL Mahal. Anyone have dot in the mail ID also? Someone during starting he was telling some have dot regarding the class timing. Okay. Now let's see. So what happened? So we got name, email, mobile number. We got first row. This is oh sorry. This is your first row. Okay. Next, this is your second row. This is your third row. Okay. And from the top, this 1, 2, 3. This top means up to bottom. This is one column. This one is one row. Okay. And this is your column. Means total we have here in this case 1 row, 3 column. But now I have one problem. We had written this data completely, but how you will specify, how you will separate that which is a header, which is a data? We can't separate that. It is the problem. So it means the first level is the header one, correct? Name, email, mobile number that have to under the header section. So how we will do that? So header section in the sense we had written TD. TD means table data. What we will do? We will remove TD and we will pass a TH. We will write here TH. TH in the sense table head means a header. Same thing we will do in all. Now let's see the output. Now we can see name, email, mobile number. This all become the bold. And same thing how we was getting in the formatting tag. Which formatting tag was helping in writing bold? What was the tag name? We have two tag.
Tag and strong tags.
So B tag, strong tag. This both tag was helping in writing bold. Correct? Same output be getting with the help of the TH also. So this type we can create the table, but anything is there in this table. We will see that in the CSS part. When we will see the CSS, then how we can design the table that we can see. So with the help of table TR, TH, here company, contact, country. Then again bottom you getting company name, contact number, contact detail, then country. So this type be passing the table detail. And suppose on the top you have to write that this table is belonging to what thing. Like suppose we taken the person detail. So how we will write that means table header in the sense title. Suppose we can take suppose that we taking H1. And what is this registration, user registration? This is user registration, REGISTRATION, correct. Now see the problem. The problem is this one. This now looking odd. This is not looking proper. So that if we will write outside or anywhere, then also it will not come proper. So there is one tag with the table itself, CAPTION, caption tag. And caption tag will help you in getting that title of the table proper. Now you can see we got the caption tag means title of the tag proper and it's looking good. Okay, so this type we can create the table with more number of data. Suppose if you working on the real time of application, e-commerce or anything, if you have to show the product detail, so this type you can create the table, you can enter the data. Either if you taking the data from the database, you can pass here, or either you have the hard coded value, you can design the table like this way. After that, you can pass the apply means you can apply the CSS, those also, it will work fine. Okay, so this way we can create the table. Next, list. What is a list? Suppose here we created the table and suppose that you have multiple mobile number. Now what we will do? We will create one menu list. So what is our requirement? Our requirement is to create the menu list. Means what are the facility hotels are going to provide, like that type. Okay, so we will take one H1 and so what are the facility we going to provide while the session, while the training, those all we can make in the list. How we can make list? So for making list, we can create the list in two ways. One will be ordered by or second will be unordered by. Suppose there will be some sequence. So what is that sequence? So for order by list, it means OL. OL is order list. So we will take the OL and inside the OL, we have to pass the data. Okay. So for making the data, suppose we will write just normal registration. Registration. Save this. We got here registration. Now we want to make again another data, means we want to enter again another data here. After registration, what is that? Training, suppose that. So what happened? List have to come bottom, means after registration, it have to come down, but it came in the next nearby. Okay, it means that is not correct and it's not going to create a list. So how we will create a list? We have to take a list item. These all are known as the parent child data, parent child relation. Okay, because only child element it going to accept. In the case of table, you can see we was passing tr, td, th. Those all was a table element. We not writing anything h1, h2, p, b, anything there. We was writing their element only so that they can easily identify. They can get that. So here, first step, suppose that registration. After the registration, we will go with training. Okay, save. So now you can see that after that, we can go with the GD and technical discussion, TD. Pass this inside the LI. Okay, so GD and TD. Suppose after that, you can go with the interview. So here it's interview. Now you can see one thing. When we writing anything in LI, okay, we was not entering any numeric order. We was not passing any numeric number there. 1, 2, 3, 4. No any sequence is there. Nothing we was writing. But list have that facility that it will auto generate that. Means you not have to write manually. It will take that value automatic as you will enter the data. Suppose be going to copy this complete data and be going to pass next line. What will happen? Just see. It going to pass the data automatic, means the data will come in the sequence order automatic. Okay, so this way we can create order list. But suppose that this completely was in the sequence, but there is no any sequence. Suppose there is no sequence required. So what we will do? So here in the order wise, we was taking OL. OL, it's going to display the data in the order list. But suppose there is no need of any sequence, you can go with the unordered list, that is UL tag. Okay, and UL tag going to help you in unorder by unorder in the sense again, but inside this LI, whatever we had taken, we can pass the same thing, means UL and after that LI, means on the top level UL and OL will change, but internally all will be same. There will be nothing change. Now you can see the output. What happened? In the case of OL, we got the data in the sequence wise, order wise. But in the case of unordered list, we got the data in the no sequence. There is no sequence in the case of the unordered list. So this here we can write H1. What is this? RDER ED ordered list. And here we can pass unordered list. Okay, so this was the case. So in the real application, how we using this one? So maybe you will see that on the real time. If you going to design any application based on the hotel or airport authority or e-commerce, anything, then some sequence will be there. You will get multiple product, and that product you will see that there is some order, numeric order will be there, or either unordered. There will be no any order, nothing is there. So this type we can use. Either in the case of the navigation bar, we can create navigation bar with the help of the same UL and OL. This will help you in creating the navigation bar in the website. So in the real time, this type we are using this OL and UL. Actually, we have not much more time, so we can't discuss that in the practical scenario, how that we will, but as much possible, we can cover that. So this is by the that list. Next, unordered list, already we covered how we will do that. Unordered and ordered list, we covered this thing. So next is the most important topic of the HTML, that is a display property. Means there are two display value. One will be block level element, another will be inline element. Actually, when you working on the real-time application, the knowledge of the display property, after that, some more topics are there. Those will be the most important. Whatever you studied just now, those is also important, but this will play you the vital role. In the starting, we had covered two tag. Just concentrate on the coding side and look over that what we are writing. That will be helpful. Okay, so suppose for the topic. Okay, so 1 second. So suppose B had written, we will write two tag. One is H1 tag, right here, hello world, and same tag I will copy paste. Okay, but I will not break the line. It will be in continue line. Here I will write another tag. We had studied a span tag, B tag, many tags. I will write any tag, B tag, and I will copy paste the same tag here one more time. Okay, now you can see the real case scenario. This both line, whatever tag we had written, this both tag is sitting nearby. Okay, just execute the output. Go to the output first. What happened? In the case of bold, where we getting the output? This both bold is sitting together nearby. But in this hello world, both is coming down. Why? Region is only one. This is block level element. What means block level element? Block level element means B for block, B for break. It means it will break the line into the, it will break the element into new line. What happened? This both hello world, we had written separate tag. Both are in the form of H1, correct? It means it going to break the line into the, break the element into new line. But here you can see bold. This both bold are sitting together. We are writing both tag nearby, but then also the output side, it's in the same line. It's not breaking into the new line. It means that is inline element. Inline means along the same line. How we can see? We can realize complete visualization. I will show you. We don't know what is CSS. We will see in the upcoming, but I can show you something. Just get the output. Don't worry regarding the code side. We are assuming that you not have idea. That's fine. So now you can see what we had written here. Style equal to background color red. Now you can see the difference in the output case. Copy this same style, pass in this B also. I will pass in only one tag, no issue. Just save. And now you can see what is the difference. The difference is that the red background color red, that is which we applied over H1, that occupied the complete width of the browser. It means the area of the this background red color of hello world, this one is completely end to end, means from the left to right, whatever space is available in the UI. If you will increase or decrease zoom, now you can see as much space it getting, it going to occupy that all space. It not going to give that space to other tag. Okay, it going to utilize the complete space. That is known as the block level element. It means it will occupy the complete width of the UI. It will break the other element into the new line. Now we can just simply understand one point, why this going to break into the new line. Just imagine when it going to occupy the complete width, means from the left to right, you can see how much we are zooming. We are going to decrease the zoom, but then also it going to extend that their area. Okay, it means this text not permitted any other tag to sit nearby, to sit in the same along the same line. That's why it going to break into the new line. Okay, so that is the case. Block line element, it will not permit any other tag to sit on the same line, on the same nearby element. Okay, but now come to the inline element. In the case of inline, you can see that we had applied color over the first bold text. In the first bold text, we got the color red only up to where the text area is available. It having this much area, this much text area, but after that also it occupying the complete width of the UI. It means it will occupy the complete width, whatever available along that particular element, the complete space. This one is going to utilize. But in the case of the bold, it utilizing that much space, that much text area is there. Means as much width of that text, that much only it will occupy. It's not going to occupy complete width of the UI. That is the complete visualization. If you are attending interview, if they are asking, you can clearly explain this picture that this is going to happen. And one thing I will tell, this block line element, and these all are too much important topic while attending interview. If you attending any high level MNC also, product based company, sure and short, they are asking this question from the HTML. They're not going to ask you what is H1 and what is P tag. Never they will ask, but sure they will ask block line, block level element, inline element, these all things. So that is the main difference between the block level element and inline element. So there are different tags that will comes under the category of block level element, and that will comes under the inline element. So most of the formatting tag that will comes under the inline element. I will try somewhat. Just see I tag, ITA, LIC. Let's save. What is happening? Italic tag came bottom. 1 second. EA, LIC. If you can't able to realize, suppose you not getting understanding that, no issue. Just apply the background color. If you facing issue in separating of this block label and inline, just apply the style of the background. Don't apply the color. You can't realize that because color will only in the text. Apply background color. Background color will give you the complete picture regarding that. You will get the complete visualization. Learning means not that you understanding the concept. You have to be the clear and crystal picture regarding that particular topic. Now write the span tag. Save. Now you can see I tag and span tag both are inline element. That's why the color which we passed background that is going to utilize that much area only. We had written one div tag. Okay. If not going to pass anything, but let's try pass here style background color red. Let's save. It will not give you anything. Right here something. Hello. Now see the div. Div is also going to be the block level element because it going to utilize the complete space of the browser. Okay, so this type we are going to distinguish between the inline element and block level element. Whatever I told you, the complete thing is written here. How much it will utilize the space, how much space, these all things will be available here. Ordered HTML, we already covered. 1 second. Is it going back? Is it going?
Sir, I ask you one question.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, how to change the text color, sir?
Yeah, we will discuss that in the CSS. Don't worry.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not covering that CSS part. We are mostly focusing on the HTML side actually. But in the upcoming, you will get that. My slide is going back 1 second. We have tried to cover as much important topic because we have the main thing is that time issue. But I trying to cover the important topic at least. Okay. Next important topic is the class and ID attribute. That is also the same type. It's important. If you are attending HTML interview, then sure and short out of 10 interviewer, 10 out of 10 will ask you this ID and class topic. But actually ID and class you can get with the help of means you will understand with the help of CSS only. With the help of HTML actually I can't explain. So I will write some code for right now. Just try to get 1 second. Yeah. So see what is that? First go to some theory. So the class, what is the time? Just 1 second. Time become 10:37. How much slide is there? Let me check. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We will do one thing. ID and class topic I will explain during the CSS class. Don't worry. Because on CSS you can understand this one clearly. I will go with this form tag because this is independent topic. There is no dependency on the CSS. Just if I will forget, just remind me while the CSS class I will explain there. Okay, so suppose now we have to create one form. So how we can create any form with the help of the HTML? Suppose we want to create the registration form. You all had joined the group with the help of the website. So on website there was one registration form. So in registration form you was getting some input field like email, password, mobile number, different input field was that is known as the input field actually where we can enter the data. We will try to complete approx up to 11 o'clock. Okay. So how we will create that form? We will take some field, not much more. So we can take the form tag. Okay. Remove this action and these all. So inside the form tag, we will try to take the input field. So what is our requirement? We have to take email ID, password, two things only from the user. It means registration page is there. So we have to try that one. What we will do? For taking the input, we have to use two things. One input field, but suppose you have to show name like email ID, password, something is there. For that, we will take label. Okay, and in label we will pass here, suppose email ID. We will write email ID. Let's save and see the output first. What we got? We got a email ID. Same type, we will take the password also. Password. But now you can see this email ID and password is there, but where we will enter the data means our email ID, where we will enter. So there is no any option, correct? So what we will do, after the email ID, we will pass one input field, means we will take one input tag. And one thing, maybe you will get confused that this much thing we have to write, but actually in a real time scenario we not have to write this much. Means now whatever we are writing, the same type we have to, means you will get the auto suggestion. What we are doing, we are just writing I and P, and automatic what you getting, the suggestions you getting, because everyone after 2 months itself you will forget the writing the code. So how we will work in the industry? So that time you have to search in Google. You have to go to Google. You have to search in that you have to learn. You have to understand that scenario. How we are searching in the Google, because inside the industry, not no one going to help you. Everyone have their own task. Okay, so what is that email? So in the email field here we got the input area. That's fine. Now for password, take again same thing, input. And what we have to enter? Text. Let it to be text itself. No issue. And let's save. What happened? We got one email ID and one password. Let's say enter data, something. Let's enter data here also. Had you seen any time that password area is visible? Whatever data we are entering in password, that will be never this type. That will be always like dot dot type. Correct? So that will be with the help of the, here we are taking this type. So in type, we have to pass which type of data you have to enter. So in email, it will be email type, but you can take like a text. No issue. In the password, it will be not type password. It will be, sorry, it will be not type of text. It will be type of password, because due to type of password, if you passing the data, okay, if you passing the data here, now you can see, you will got this dot dot symbol. And if suppose in any website, if you getting this dot dot, and suppose there is no any icon of looking this password, but there is one alternate option to check that this what you had entered. Go to inspect mode. You can do inspect, right click and inspect. Here you will get one inspect button. Do inspect. And here open this body. Open this form. Here type password. Remove this password. Go outside. Now you can see whatever data you had entered, that is visible. Okay, so this type, if in your website there is no any option, this type you can see that whatever you had entered. Okay, so type equal to password. The problem is that in this one we had taken email, we had taken password, but where is button? So there is no button. It means we have to add the button also. So let's add button. And what is the name of button? Submit. Okay, so now we have email, we have password, and we have submit button. This type we can create any type of form, means whatever the field we had take. But this is not the correct way of writing code. How we have to write code? We had understand that div. First time means starting itself we had learned div is a container. So we have to take all the things inside the div. Never write code openly. Always place inside the div. Multiple tags are there, so you can use this. Pass inside the div. Div is not going to do anything, but just now we had learned regarding the element type, block label and inline. Can anyone tell what is the type we had discussed regarding the div? We had taken the div in the example. correct? What was the type of the div? Either inline or block level.
Block level, sir.
That was a block level
Block level.
because it was occupying
Block
complete
level.
space. Okay, so that was taking complete space. Let's save. So see, due to the block level element, what happened? It going to break the line into new line. Means email ID and password. This both came down because that is block level. And now if I want email ID to be top and this input field to be down, okay, what we can do? We can use BR tag because BR tag going to break the line. Here, your this element going to broke. Here, I want some space. We can use the BR tag. Next. But in the real scenario, never be using this BR tag more. We can go with CSS. There is alternative of everything. So CSS will help you in the proper writing of code. It is all in place of using BR tag and it is all. But anyway, we can write that. It's not the big issue. Now you can see that complete form is look like original type proper. Okay, so this type we can create any type of form. There are multiple field means input type is there. We can utilize one by one. So I will not go by each, but so here is one input that is helping you in taking the data, collecting data from the user. Input label input, one of the most used form element in the is the input. So how we taking the input? In input you will get one type attribute. Type will tell you that which type of data you going to collect, either text, number, password, date type, which type means you will get their idea. Input. Next, label. Label will help you in getting the data, but sorry, label will help you in displaying the information regarding that input field. It means suppose here we have taken one label and here we taken one input field. Input field going to take that data from the user, that will be the email ID, but someone have to sit there on your website who will tell the user that this field is for the email ID and this field is for the password. Who will work that? No one is sitting there on website for telling purpose to user that you have to click here. No. So the label will display the information that you have to enter your email ID here. You have to enter your password here. So this label will help you in those information. Okay. So you can see here label is there, select area, this all. Next, text area. Suppose you have to take comment from the user. Means suppose you have to take some more information from the user side. What you can do? You can use text area. Text area will give you more space. Mostly when we writing the website, when we using website, that time you will see for the comment section like this much data, this much area is there. Okay, you can pass the comment in this much section. Next, button. Button already for the submitting the data. It have the click property. When we will click, it will take the data. Next, if you have to create navigation bar, means these all are like sample example. We're not going to cover this all. So for navigation bar in the sense on the top of the website, you will get in the technical language, we are taking that, we are telling that as a navigation bar. Suppose you going on any website, W3 school. If you are learning anything, just W3 school is enough for learning anything. No need of join any tuition, any coaching, no one will help you. W3 school is enough. But main thing, learning is not the matter. Matter is how to write the proper code, how we have to survive in the industry, how we can write the code in the industry. That is the main thing. So tutorial will not help you in that case. Tutorial will giving you knowledge, but how to apply in which scenario, which will be the most useful case, that will any other person can help you. Okay, so here HTML, CSS, JavaScript on the top you getting. These all are considered as the navigation bar. In the technical term, we are telling as a navigation bar. Okay, so for navigation bar, we can take a div any tag. That's not the issue. But most appropriate tag you can take nav tag. Why? This going to give you proper information. That means it will give you some suggestion, hint. That's why we taking that nav tag. Next, suppose now you have to add one YouTube video in your website. Okay. How we will add? Most of the case you will see that we are adding YouTube video, we are adding Google Map. How we can add those all things? So what we will do for adding YouTube video? First, we have to go to YouTube. Let me copy this data itself. You can go to YouTube. You can open any website. Okay. And after that, just wait. Yeah. After that, what you have to do on YouTube website? You have to click on the share button. Click on the share. And don't share on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, no need. You have to click on embed. You will get one embed. Okay. After embed, this all code you have to select, but no need to select like this. Already YouTube providing this facility. Here one click button, copy button is there. Just click on copy button. Automatic this complete code will get copied. Okay. Now where is that? Sorry. Now go to your body section and paste the code whatever you had taken. Okay. So see, when we copied the code, from the YouTube itself, it had given this much code. You not have to do anything, just a copy and paste. That's enough. And run this page. And now see, you will got that website on your page. So this will be the your page. Okay. But suppose that I want to increase this page, and you can play the hair directly. You can click on the play button and it will play. That is the thing. But suppose that what I have to do, I have to increase the width or height, anything. So you can go to the code and you can see here in the code itself, width is there and height is there. You can increase the height and width in the code itself. Like suppose I want width as a 1000. Okay. And height I want as a 500. Just save and just wait. Your YouTube section got increased. If you want to decrease, no need, no issue. Just pass here 100 and pass here. Suppose I want just 200 width. Just save this much small. So this type we can add any YouTube video in our website. Next, Google Map. Suppose we want to add our location, okay, or your company location or anything. What you can do? But one thing, always write the code inside the body section. Nowhere you will get the output, but that is not the correct way of writing code. So now we want to add the Google Map. What we will do? First go to Google Map. Go to Google Map, and after that, you have to search the area or location, whatever you want to display on the your website. Suppose I want to display India Gate. Search that. We got the India Gate. What we can do? Same type as we was doing in the case of the YouTube. What we had done? We was sharing that map. We was sharing that video. Same thing we will do here. Click on the share. And after sharing, no need to share this whole thing. You have to click on the embed a map. And same thing, here copy button is there. Copy this HTML and go to your body section and pass the code. Now you can see the complete code is here. Same again, you have the height and width property. You can increase and decrease. Let's save and just try that we got the proper output or not. Where is that page? What happened? We got the India Gate. It's showing here. From here, you can go for the direction as well. You can click. It will open directly that Google Map. Okay. Now you can choose the direction from where you have to start your journey. Anything, whatever you doing on the Google Map, same thing we can do. Even you can click on the view larger also. It will proceed. So this type actually we can add Google Map. Okay. So here you have the slide of Google Map. After that, you have practical example. I had added the code. You can go one by one. If you want to practice, you can do that. Suppose if you creating news website, okay, and you have to show something information. Suppose here map is there, okay, and you want to display some information for the user to that this is a Google Map, means this is applied with the help of the Google Map, something like that. There is one tag with the help of marquee tag. This will help you to add rotating section. Okay, means it will movable text. So this is to the, or otherwise suppose you written there India Gate. You can write here not allowed more crowd on the occasion of Republic Day. Republic Day is coming. We can pass the information to user. Now you can see that this text is coming here. Okay, if you want to increase this text, we can go. We can write that with H1 also. We can write H1 tag. It will give you bigger letter. Just save and now see whether it working proper or not. What happened? We got the information. Okay, so this type you can see that in the case of the news application that they are going to flash the news, that something is going to happen. So like this type we can utilize the marquee tag. So this tag is known as the marquee tag, and marquee tag will help you in writing the text which will be in the movable form. Okay, after that, so here you will got some extra code. Here you have the we had added one code for the registration page. If you want, you can check that. If you will click here, it will work. We will just add the code of that registration page. Okay, we got the registration page. So this type we can design the form. This is complete empty. Okay. There is no CSS, nothing is there. That's why it's going like this. But anyway, with the help of HTML, we can design the all activity. So any more slide is there? No, nothing. That's it. So this is your HTML. We tried to cover complete important topic. What was the basic topic we had tried to ignore, but most of the topic we had covered. If you attending interview on the this much topic, at least out of 10 question, sure you can answer 5 question. I will not guarantee that out of 10 you will attend 10, because in one day you can't attend 10 out of 10. That is the thing. So at least but we have covered most, means all the important topics. If you have doubt, you can ask. Let's stop the recording.